Hi guys, so I'm back with another video. This one is a little bit more serious if you didn't see by the title. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that happened to me a year ago. Well, year-ish, 2 years ago, something like that. No, it's been like 2 years. And I wanted to talk to you about my previous engagement. And that's right, I did say engagement. Because I have a lot of people always ask me, like, oh, what happened with you and that guy, and weren't you engaged, and blah, blah, blah. So, I'm just going to make a video and tell you all about it, and then I won't have to be asked anymore. Yes, when I was a senior in high school, I actually met a guy who was in the Army, and his name was Matthew Cameron. And I thought he was just the coolest thing. I was like, oh my god, this older guy, like, totally thinks I'm cute, and, like, oh my god, he says he wants to, like, date me and everything. I'm like, oh my god. I was so dumb. He was 22 or 23 when I was 18. And we met on a dating website on OkCupid. You know, because I had a friend who was doing some dating websites, and I had been single for about a year-ish. Not really. No, it had been a couple months, but regardless. But I had been single for a while, and I was like, okay, I know, what do I have to lose? I'll just talk to some guys, you know, big deal. Nothing's gonna get serious, right? Huh. So, we started talking non-stop. Non-stop for months. After about a month, he was like, yeah, I really like you. And I'm like, oh, I really like you too. And I'm like, are you gonna ask me? He's like, ask you what? I'm like, you're gonna ask me to date you. I mean, you said you like me and everything, so we click really well. He's like, do you wanna be my girlfriend? I'm like, yes, I wanna be your girlfriend. Bad move on my part. So we started dating. We had not met in real life yet. We had only talked on, like, not through texting. We had talked on Skype. We had talked on Facebook. We had Skype videoed, so I knew that he wasn't some, like, 40-year-old guy living in a basement. No, it was him. It was really him. So yeah, we talked for a while, and then actually right after high school was when I enlisted in the Navy. So I graduated in June. That August, I actually shipped out to Navy boot camp. So I didn't get to talk to him for a long time. I mean, we wrote letters. I got like 2 letters from him while I was in boot camp, 2 or 3 letters. And I sent him a couple letters, and we talked on the phone a little bit. I did not finish Navy boot camp. That's a whole nother video, I guess. But when I was in separations for 2 weeks, we talked a lot. We talked almost every day. When I came back from boot camp, he finally had a cell phone, because when we first met, he was stationed in Korea, and his phone did not work over there. He had a phone now because he was stationed in Texas. So I was able to talk to him all the time, and that's exactly what we did. We talked every day that we could. And finally, on our 6-month anniversary, right after I'd gotten back from boot camp, like 3 or 4 days, or like a week after I'd gotten back, I bought a plane ticket to Texas for the weekend to go meet him. I do not recommend ever doing this, because I was just as terrified, thinking that, you know, I could possibly die this way. He could turn out to be a serial killer and I could die. He could have friends who are rapists and I could get raped and die. Like, that thought crossed my mind all the time. But I took a risk. I took a risk anyway. And he was the person he said he was. He was the same face he really was in the Army. And we stayed on a military base for the weekend in his barracks. And that is when he asked me to marry him. And this is the ring. I'm only wearing the ring for this video. I do not wear this ring all the time. I am simply wearing it just to show you. So this is the ring. And I wore this all the time. all the time. People ask, like, oh my god, are you engaged? I'm like, yes, I am, actually. So, and then I went home, and the guilt weighed on me, and I had to get something off of my chest to him. And that was that I had actually cheated on him before I had left for boot camp with I want to say childhood friend, but he wasn't a childhood friend. It was a guy that I went to high school with that I had really strong feelings for, and out of nowhere, I actually saw him right before I left for boot camp. I saw him at like a Subway or something, and I said, oh my god, it's really you. He's like, oh my god, it's you. I've been trying to get a hold of you for years. And I'm like, oh my god. And all these emotions came back, and I did cheat on him. I did kiss this guy. And I felt horrible about it, and I admitted it to him. I said to him, I said, listen, Matt, you know, I know you hate cheaters, and I'm not going to lie to you. I cheated on you, and I'm really sorry, and if you want to break up, I understand. I'm not going to be mad at you or anything, because I know I messed up. He said, you learned your mistake. I understand. I'm going to forgive you, because I really love you, and I care about you. And I was like, oh, so great. We did take a break, though, for like a week or 3, something like that. We took a break for a while, but we still talked every day. Right around my birthday in January, when I turned 19, we got back together. So the engagement was still back on and everything. However, once he learned that I cheated, that I kissed another guy, he changed. He changed a lot. I don't blame him, but the way that he changed really bothered me. And it was that he would constantly make fun of me. He would constantly put me down. And he had to have his way. And I did not like that. I did not. I was not allowed to pick a date for the wedding, which I really want to get married on or really close to Halloween, because I love Halloween and I would love it. He wouldn't let me pick that. I wanted a big wedding, and I wanted it Rapunzel themed, like Disney's Rapunzel. I wanted like lanterns, and I wanted the Disney inspired wedding dresses that are actually at a store very close to where I live. I wasn't allowed to do that. I wasn't allowed to have a dress. I had to have like some cheap white dress that like you would pick out of like a mall store, like just a plain white dress, not a wedding dress, just a white dress. And we were not going to have a big wedding. We were just going to go to the courthouse and do all of that. I was not allowed to name any of the kids that we were talking about having. I was not allowed to name them, which sucked because I had always promised my parents that I would have a child with at least a first or last name of their parents. So I want a daughter named Dorothy, and I want a son named Albert. He would not let me pick those. He would not let me pick names. He said, Dorothy sounds too old and it's stupid. That's what he said to me about my grandmother's name. And I'm quoting him right now. I have nothing against gay people, but this is what he would tell me. He would say that my music taste was gay. The types of dogs I liked were gay. Me liking theme parks was gay. My friends were gay. Everything I liked, everything I did, everything about me was gay. That's what he said to me. Not like gay as in like lesbian, like gay as in stupid, gay as in really dumb, and he didn't agree with that. I love Universal Studios. I love Disney World, and I would constantly tell him, babe, we're gonna go to Disney together, and we're gonna have fun because I love Disney and I want to share this with you. He's like, no, I hate Disney. Disney's gay. So yeah. And he came down for, I think it was Memorial Day or Labor Day or something. I don't know. I probably have all of my holidays mixed up. It was in March. He came down in March for something. I don't remember what it was. I really don't. That's terrible of me. But he came down in March. He had like a week off. He came down and saw me and finally, saw where I lived and everything. And he was so rude like the whole time. when he came over, I was in the process of changing bedrooms. The room I'm in now used to be my old bedroom. And when my grandmother passed away, my brother moved into her old room because she used to live with us. My brother moved into her old room, and I got my brother's other room, just for a change of scenery and switch out and everything. Whatever. Plus, we were repainting that room anyways, so we figured why not. I was hanging the curtains in that room, and he's like, oh, this is gay. Zebra, that's gay. Purple, that's gay. I'm like, can you just fucking stop, please? Like, we're hanging my shirts. Like, he didn't have to help. He was just helping. We're hanging, like, my band shirts. He's like, My Chemical Romance, gay. Asking Alexandria, gay. Memphis May Fire, gay. And I'm like, stop. Like, these bands have been there for me when people haven't. Like, this is my music. This is what I listen to. This is what I love. Stop fucking criticizing me all the time. And it was upsetting, and it hurt, and it was ridiculous, and I hated it. So when he left that time, I texted him. I'm like, listen, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to have kids with you. You're not the same person anymore, and I really just want to break up. We can be friends, though. He's like, no, I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to ever talk to you again unless it's about us getting back together. I said, well, that's childish. Sorry, but I guess it's not going to happen then. He's like, you were the love of my life, and you broke my heart. How could you do this to me? But then I swear to God, guys, I swear, 2 months later, he has some new girlfriend, and it's the same girl he's with now. I guess I was good enough to love for 2 months. Yeah. We were together almost a year before this happened. Literally, we were like a month away from a year, so like 11 months. Now, here's the kicker of the entire story, is that not too long ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, so it's been a year after all this has happened. 2 months ago, I actually got a call from a friend, and she said, listen, I don't know if you know this or not, but when you were in boot camp, your fiance hit me up on a dating website and was trying to talk dirty to me and get me to meet him and do stuff with him. I said, what? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, he was on a website called Plenty of Fish, and he hit me up, didn't know that I knew you, and I ignored him for like 3 days, and he kept messaging and messaging and messaging. And eventually, she said, listen, I know who you are. You're engaged to my best friend. You need to stop. And he deleted his account the next day. So, before he even knew that I had cheated on him, he was out there trying to cheat on me with random girls. And it's not funny, but it's funny that this happens because when we first started dating, I got endless messages from girls, especially this girl, Heather Hamby, and some other broad whose name I can't pronounce. She's like, yeah, we used to date, and he cheated on me, and he used me, and he's a terrible person. I was like, you guys are just jealous. You don't know him like I do. Apparently, I didn't know him like I did, so I actually messaged him, and I told him, I said, listen, I think it's really fucked up that you tried to cheat on me while I was in boot camp. I said, I'm not saying what I did was okay. Cheating is never okay. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I had the balls to come to you and say, listen, I cheated on you and I'm sorry, and if you don't want to date anymore, that's fine. I gave you an option. You didn't give me that option because you weren't honest with me to tell me. So I messaged him and his girlfriend, and they both blocked me. That's totally okay with me. I really don't care. I really don't. But here's the moral of the story. Online dating is very sketchy. It is very sketchy. It's always been sketchy. I know it has. I don't recommend it. I really don't. Because there are so many just complete assholes online. And they're just waiting for people. Innocent people like you. And they just want to destroy you. Now, I'm not saying that every person on the internet is a horrible person, or, a rapist, or a murderer, or whatever. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there are a good amount of people who just want to use you. So, just be very careful with who you talk to, what you're doing, you know, the information you give out to people. Don't tell them where you live. Don't tell them your hometown. Lie about your town. Seriously, lie about your town. If you can, lie about your state. You know, don't give people your phone number. If your email address is your full name, don't give them your email address. Give them like your Skype or something and tell them your webcam's broken. I don't know, something. Just be really careful who you talk to, guys, because it's a scary place out there. And you really never know what's gonna happen. So that was my engagement story. Don't try to rush out and get married. Like, I know I did. I was, you know, fresh out of high school, and I was like, I want to be a mother, and I want to be a wife, and I want to do this, and I want to have a happy little family. It's like, yeah, I still want that, but I know now that I need to wait. I need to wait a long time because I need someone who's going to stand by me, and who's not going to put me down, and who's not going to make fun of me, and just completely just, I can't even think of the word, just criticize every single thing that I do and every single thing that I like to do. Hopefully you guys will take something away from this story, and it will help you make better decisions so that you will not only, so that you can empower yourself and know that you can stand up for yourself, and you can like what you like, and you can do what you do, and be proud of that. And don't let anybody else ever put you down. I don't care if you love this person. Do not let them put you down. He would always tell me, oh, I'm just teasing with you. It's just jokes to make you smile. It's like, no, bitch. You're not making me smile. You're making me sit down and ponder why the fuck I'm with you. That's what you're making me do. You're not making me smile at all. You know, don't try to rush out and get married. And don't try to rush out and have babies. Because that's what he tried to do with me. He specifically told me, you're getting off birth control and we're going to have a baby. And I said, I don't have a say in this. He goes, no. And he wanted to have like 8 kids. And he could barely afford to support himself. How was he going to support 10 people? So yeah. You need a plan. You need to be confident in yourself. You need to love yourself. And you need to find a person who's going to love you as much as you love yourself, or as much as you want to love yourself if you're struggling with that. You need someone who's going to raise you up and who's going to talk to you, someone who's going to encourage you and be there for you. Not someone who's going to constantly tell you, oh, this is gay, this is dumb, this is stupid, you're not doing that anymore. Hell no. You tell that person to kiss the roundest part of your ass and send them packing, because that's what's up. So that's my story. This ring coming off now because I don't even want to wear it because I hate it. Don't even want to look at it. So thank you guys for listening to my story, and hopefully it will, you know, shed some light on, you know, what internet dating can kind of be like, or what marriage engagements can kind of be like, you know. And hopefully you guys will learn to just empower yourselves and empower others, and not to put others down, especially when you tell them that you love them. So you need to encourage your significant others or the people that you love, and treat them like gold, and tell them they can do anything, not this is gay. Don't say that anymore. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything, or if you have any video ideas, please let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everything. Tell your friends. You know, and if you happen to know this guy, I would love to hear your stories. Like, seriously. If you know Matt Cameron, I would love to hear your stories. Seriously. Thank you so much for watching, guys. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll be sure to see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.